Hey, this is Philip Steiger at thebest3d.com, and in this tutorial I just want to cover a little bit on sound editing. The way I'm doing this for many of the videos that I have posted on the PD Howler channel, hoping it might be useful for any new users of PowerDirector. What I'm using is PowerDirector by Cyberlink, and I'm looking here at a project that I'm putting together, another tutorial. And one of the things I just did, and I'm going to undo with Control-Z, is I want to work on the audio channel of my recorded video. I have a video with an audio channel here, and I also have another audio channel here with music added to that. The music is going to be very much in the background, so fairly soon it's going down in volume. You can see here that I have the volume level up, and then it comes down after the intro. Let's take a quick look at that. I'm going to play it from about here, and the intro pretty loud on the music. Let's do that again. Well, hello again, welcome back to another quick tutorial. So what happens is that the audio on the music is at full level. That's what I want at the beginning, and then gradually goes down just around here by when the video clip starts and the narration. And what I need to do is bring the narration up in volume a little bit. It's a little bit too faint. You can see from the waveform it doesn't quite go up as high as this one. This waveform is well formed. It goes up to almost the top. You don't want it to reach the top, that would be saturating it, but you know, something like half level, maybe 3 decibels, 4 or 5 decibels away from the top would be okay. And this one is definitely way too low, so it's going to be faint, and we can certainly adjust it simply by raising it here. But there's other things I like to do, maybe reduce the noise if there's any background noise, or just bring it up to a higher level without artificially lifting it here and not knowing whether I'm going too high. Because if you lift it up here, it's not telling you how high the peaks are now. Right? So that's a little bit iffy. You don't want to do it necessarily that way. So first thing I'll do is I'll right click on this clip in order to unlink the video from the audio, or the audio from the video. I want the two to be separate tracks. Now they're still both selected, so I click outside of that, and then I click the audio. And if I zoom out here on the view, you see the entire audio track is now selected. Now I can right click, and if you bought any of the additional optional modules, you'll see more options here, like edit audio. When you right click on it, you'll see audio director. I don't have that one, right? So that one would be an additional purchase if you wanted to go with even higher capabilities and features. What I'm going to do is simply go to the wave editor, which is good enough and allows me to do the two things I want to do. One is to adjust the volume, and the other one is to reduce the noise. So what you see is that it minimizes the current session on PowerDirector and launches the audio editor, wave editor, and loads that audio track right in there. This one is in stereo. I don't particularly care about this to be in stereo, but I'll leave it alone. The thing we want to do is see here the decibel levels on the right side. -3 is roughly where I don't want to go above that. If I do go significantly above that, there's a chance of distortion. So what I need to do is boost it. There's a bunch of tools here. We're going to use the boost. We're also going to use further down here the noise reduction. And then occasionally you might use the equalizer, especially if there is, let's say if you have a very deep voice and you want to bring it up a little bit, you want to reduce the deep basses. And then vice versa, the equalizer could be used in the other way if you have a high pitch fan in the background or some noise that you want to eliminate at very specific frequencies. So anyway, let's go back to the boost. We're still here on the boost, and what I'll do is I'll say, well, how high is the highest of these peaks? Right? If you take a quick look here, it's roughly this one here, and -12, -6, probably about -8, about -8 decibel. So we have about 8 decibels we can go up before we reach 0, which is at the top. Now that means that that highest peak would reach there, and anything below it would not quite be there yet. So that's probably a safe bet. One thing you can do is you can play it here and apply. Hello again. Welcome back to apply the preview and then OK that. And so now it's raising the volume level of the entire track. And then once we have that, we want to make sure that indeed we don't have any of these peaks touching the top, perhaps except for the one that was here that we saw as the highest. But even that one, we prefer not to reach 0 decibel, because that will just be a bit noisy. So that's probably pretty good here. The next thing I want to do though is also see that because we increased the volume of everything, we also increased the volume of the background noise. If there is any background noise, we will hear it better now. And in fact, when we play this, we'll probably notice it right away. Well, yeah, we can hear that shh kind of thing. So next thing is to use the noise reduction. Let's do that. And with the noise reduction, we simply go, I'm going to go remove the stationary. There's a couple of others here, and you know, the more sophisticated you go with your tools, the more you'll see other options. This is the only one I really care about. So I'm going to go to about 30 or 40 decibel, let's say 35 today, and do a test. Well, hello again, welcome. And do that test with it enabled, and you won't hear that background rush background noise. Well, hello again. Okay, pretty much gone. So let's go and clean it out that way. Of course, when you reduce the noise, it might also reduce a little bit some of the volume of the actual voices we do want to keep, but it's very minute, it's very minimal. Most of that stationary is high frequency noise, and it's going to eliminate that quite nicely. So that's basically those two steps that I go through when I prepare the audio for a little bit better quality than what I may have initially recorded. Now you might also wonder what kind of hardware do I use to record this. I don't use the microphone that's built in the laptop. I have a laptop here that's an Asus, let's say the Republic of Gamers Asus 18-inch screen laptop, beautiful gamer machine. But and it has a built-in microphone, but that gives me too much echo, and so I use a gamer headset called Carius from Razer, and it's beautiful. It fits well my big ugly skull. It's it doesn't make me sweat. The ears are comfortable, and I can go on recording for hours. So that's very very important that you either have a headset that you feel really comfortable with, or that you have a microphone that's a standing microphone, or like the Yeti or something like that, the Ball. Those are really high quality recording microphones. The one that I have on my gamer headset is absolutely suitable. I wouldn't necessarily qualify it as the quality level that you have in a studio. But you know, by the time you listen to this on YouTube, with all the background noise you're going to have in the streets as you watch this on your portable device, trust me, you're not going to notice a difference. So anyway, so here we are, and we have now reduced the noise, increased the volume. Again, there is one more thing you could do possibly at times, and that depends on the particular microphone you're using. If it is muffled, if it is favoring the basses and hasn't favored the trebles, what you could do is reduce the basses a little bit, or especially if you have if you find that there is a fan that makes a bit of a humming noise. That fan could be at a multiple of 60 Hertz. It could be at 120, and there happens to be a 125 here, so you could bring that one down to 0 or very low intensity, and then you can also increase the pitch by increasing the volume on some of the high frequencies here, and that might be useful at times. Well, hello again, welcome. Well, it just makes me sound a little bit younger, but other than that, I'm not going to apply that today. Anyway, those are the three most important things in my recording world: boost, and then noise reduction. And of course, noise reduction you wouldn't need if you were in a perfect world and you have no noise, right? No background noise, no freeways in the neighborhood, no kids and dogs barking, anything like that. Background noise of different types you might need to pay some attention to. Alright, so once that's done, I'm going to close this, and what Cyberlink will do, ask me, do we want to save that? Yes, of course, let's do that. And it saves it, and then automatically uses that saved wave track as the new one, replacing it back into the Power Director environment. So it's now coming back with Power Director that I was temporarily minimized, and you see down here it's replacing the audio track, and boom, now we have it at desired level. So now if I'm playing this, I can start perhaps from about the beginning here, just around here, and you'll notice that there is very little background noise the moment the audio starts, and the volume is much better. Well, hello again. Welcome back to another quick. Now, there's one more little thing that you notice, and that's, perhaps we didn't notice it at first, but right at the beginning of my recording, I must have flicked a mouse button or tapped something on the microphone or something, and there's this little blip right here. You can see it when I zoom in before my voice really starts, right? My voice starts around here. Well, hello again. But right around here at the beginning, there's a little click here that sounds like I'm dropping a coin on the keyboard, something like that. Well, those happen quite easily at the beginning of your recording because you don't pay attention to, fumbling around and dropping things and touching the microphone. You think you're not ready yet, you're actually recording already, that sort of things. Well, that's easy to fix. You see the timeline here, you see the volume level is all the same. And so now I'm going to click one here and add a red marker, and then I'm going to click one to the left and bring that one down. Actually, I had another one here. And so you can bring the volume down to absolute 0 so that you really don't hear anything from here until you start coming in to the actual recording. And especially here, if my initial voice is too noisy, I could bring it down a little bit so that I kind of ease into it. So that's another way to do that. Let's listen to that. Well, hello again. There you go. So, mystery solved. And so that's what I do most of the time when I record my tutorials and get ready to publish that. At the very end here, I might listen to the very few last words, famous last words, and see what else might need to be adjusted. Where you have when you start using these images that are now available for free download. Thanks for watching. Alright, so something I might do here as soon as I'm done. Thanks for watching. Available for free download. Thanks for watching. Just around here, I will go and bring the volume down just in case there is any more clicks or mishaps that I don't want to hear. Bring that down, or even if the clip actually goes forever, I might just shorten it. It doesn't have to be matching the video anymore because it's no longer producing any text of value here. No more audio track needed. And then the thing that I want to do also is the moment I stop talking here, I want to have the music come in. So this one's a little bit too low or too late. So what I need to do is just around here, kind of be in transition. And so I'll put a marker here, or I'll grab this one that's already there, and bring it down perhaps a little bit. It was pretty noisy, pretty high level already. But just a little bit before that marker, I want it to be still down low. And then right after that, I want it to reach this level about here. Right, so that way we transition the volume of the music upwards as the video track, the audio from the video track is coming down to an end. And listen to that. Wait, oh, it went to the other side. No, that's it. That's great. For watching. Download. Thanks for watching. Okay, that's that. Thanks for watching.